Have you ever found yourself wondering whether you still capture attention when you enter a room, or if time has somehow dulled that spark you used to carry? As we grow older, it's only natural to reflect on how others perceive us, especially in a world so fixated on youth and changing beauty ideals. But let's clear one thing up right now. You may be far more captivating than you've ever realized. While younger years often highlight features like smooth skin and slim figures, the real essence of beauty in an older woman is something far deeper. It's in the way you move with poise, in the effortless energy you emit, and in the memorable impression you leave behind long after you've exited the room. These traits are not superficial. They're timeless and deeply rooted in character. In this video, we'll explore 7 clear signs that reveal you're an attractive older woman, even if you've never seen it in yourself. These signs go far beyond your reflection. They reflect your strength, presence, and the reaction you evoke in others. So, stick around until the very end, because what you're about to discover could help you recognize the elegance and beauty you've carried all along. It may spark a fresh wave of confidence in how you view yourself and how others view you, too. Before we dive in, I'd be grateful if you liked this video. It helps me continue sharing valuable insights about aging with grace. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so and activate the bell so you never miss out. If you find the video helpful, comment the number 1. If it doesn't resonate with you, type 0 to let me know how I can improve and serve you better in the future. Now let's begin. One powerful indicator that you're an undeniably attractive older woman is when people compliment your presence, not just your physical features. In our youth, compliments often revolve around outward beauty, flawless skin, striking figures, or a radiant glow. But as we age, the definition of beauty begins to evolve. It becomes more about the feeling you leave behind, the energy you bring, and the warmth in your demeanor, rather than what's seen in the mirror. Think about the last time someone admired your smile, not just for its looks, but because it lit up the room, or when someone notices your gentle voice, or the kindness that seems to flow from your very being. These aren't shallow compliments about makeup or fashion. They're acknowledgments of your aura. They reflect how your spirit touches people in ways that stay with them. Imagine how you listen in a conversation, the thoughtful tilt of your head, or the genuine chuckle that encourages others to laugh too. These subtle gestures define mature beauty far more than a jar of cream ever could. Consider Margaret, a retired teacher at 72 who never thought of herself as particularly stunning. Her nose stood out, her hair had thinned, and she'd made peace with her wrinkles long ago. Yet everywhere she went, people were drawn to her. Whether it was a cashier chatting with her about life or strangers admiring her handmade scarf, she attracted attention without trying. Eventually, she realized it wasn't about resembling her younger self. It was the poise in her posture, her sincere curiosity, and the inviting kindness in her gaze that made her beautiful in the eyes of others. Many women don't realize how much their mere presence enhances their appeal. There's something irresistibly charming about someone who doesn't chase trends or demand attention, yet captures it effortlessly. The way you stand tall, not with pride, but with a quiet, earned confidence. Your posture tells stories of resilience and joy. The twinkle in your eye speaks of compassion, insight, and perhaps a hint of mischief. These are the qualities no product can replicate, refined over years of living fully and loving deeply. They shape a type of beauty that's compelling and authentic, and let's not forget the emotional impact you leave behind. Have you ever walked into a space and felt people gravitate toward you without even saying a word? That's real attraction. It touches hearts, not just eyes. If your friends seem to linger longer in your company, or if strangers show small kindnesses and offer genuine compliments on your energy, take note. That's beauty in motion, unseen but deeply felt. So when someone says you have something special, or that they enjoy being around you, don't shrug it off. It's a reflection of the richness you've accumulated with time, a kind of beauty youth can't touch. Cherish it. It's your signature elegance, growing ever more radiant with age. If this resonates with you, please comment on number 1 to let me know you're still with us. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I invite you to do so and turn on notifications to stay connected with our content. Your support helps me continue making thoughtful, empowering videos just like this one. Now let's keep going. Another clear indication that you're a beautiful older woman is when younger people, especially women, show admiration for your fashion, sense, and overall elegance. Growing older gracefully isn't about pretending to be younger. It's not about squeezing into fast fashion or hiding the years on your face. It's about honoring who you are and dressing in a way that's genuine and refined. When the younger generation takes a moment to appreciate your sense of style, it says a lot. It means you've achieved a level of sophistication that goes beyond age. Think back to when a young woman admired your coat, or asked where you got that eye-catching necklace. Maybe she even said, "I hope I look like you when I'm older." That's not flattery. It's admiration. Young women often see in older women a sense of completeness and self-assurance they wish to develop for themselves one day. They're not trying to copy you. They're inspired by the way you walk through the world with clarity and confidence, wearing your age as a mark of pride rather than something to hide. Take Ilanar, a 70-year-old former interior designer. She didn't chase every new trend. Instead, she carefully chose clothing that expressed who she was. Her look was classic, tailored blazers, soft scarves, and colors that brought out her features. She wasn't dressing to be young. She was dressing to feel strong, comfortable, and authentic. Eventually, compliments started rolling in. A barista praised her vintage brooch. A friend's daughter asked her for advice on coordinating outfits. A stranger once told her, "You make 70 look like magic." That's when it clicked for her. True style comes from self-respect, not vanity. And that self-respect is visible in every deliberate choice she makes in how she presents herself. Style doesn't mean spending lavishly or following magazine trends. It's about knowing what feels good on you and what reflects your essence today, not who you used to be. It might be a crisp blouse that makes you feel sharp, a bright lipstick that lifts your mood, or a haircut that suits your face and lifestyle perfectly. And let's not forget, confidence is the secret thread that ties it all together. A woman who feels good in what she wears will always look radiant. Ever notice how someone can wear a simple outfit, yet look stunning just because they carry it with pride? That's the kind of beauty that deepens over time. The laugh lines on your face tell your life story. The silver in your hair becomes a symbol of all you've experienced. Even the way you move, steady and full of purpose, speaks volumes. Young people don't just see a well-dressed woman. They see someone who has grown into herself fully, someone who's embraced the journey and turned it into style. So, next time someone younger compliments you, whether it's your shoes, your grace, or that unique spark in your look, don't downplay it. It's not about appearances alone. It's about how you make beauty seem effortless, how you embody age with pride, and how you inspire others to rethink what it truly means to look good. That's the sign of a beautiful older woman, not someone chasing youth, but someone redefining it all together. Now let's move on. Another powerful sign of your attractiveness is found in how people interact with you, particularly when they make strong eye contact and listen intently when you speak. We often think beauty is about symmetry or a youthful glow, but in truth, it's the energy you bring to a room and the emotional presence you hold that leaves the deepest impression. If people hold your gaze while you're speaking, respond with interest, or appear genuinely engaged, it's a reflection of something magnetic within you. Eye contact is one of humanity's oldest ways of signaling connection. When someone is drawn to your voice, your insight, or your demeanor, they instinctively stay engaged. You'll notice the subtle cues, the way they lean forward, the slight raise of their brows, the mirroring of your expressions. These are signs of genuine captivation. If this happens often, when people nod as you speak, smile warmly, or reflect your emotions, it's not just social etiquette. It's a sign that your presence leaves a lasting impact. Think about Linda, a 74-year-old, retired professor. She never thought of herself as striking. Her hair had grayed, and the fine lines were set in. Yet people were constantly engaged when she spoke, whether at casual meetups or public events. They leaned in, smiled often, and seemed enriched just by listening. At one gathering, a young woman told her, "You speak in a way I can't stop listening to." That moment helped Linda see that her beauty was alive in her words, in the confidence she exuded naturally. Part of this power comes from the way you communicate. A woman who speaks with grace, who chooses her words with intention, becomes unforgettable. To that a touch of humor, a dose of compassion, and the wisdom that comes only with time. And suddenly, you're not just heard, you're remembered. You don't need to dominate a conversation to leave a mark. Sometimes, it's the quiet strength in your voice or the thoughtful pause before you speak that draws people closer. And then there's the atmosphere you create simply by being there. Have you ever felt a room shift when you entered, as if a calming or curious energy followed you in? That's the real allure. If others open up easily around you, if they seem more relaxed or happier in your company, that says more about your attractiveness than any reflection ever could. So next time someone listens a little longer, smiles a little wider, or stays a bit later after your conversation, don't second-guess it. It's a testament to the grace, intelligence, and quiet power you've cultivated over a lifetime. And that kind of beauty doesn't fade. It deepens with every year. Now moving on to the next. You have a naturally radiant and magnetic presence. One of the most overlooked, yet incredibly powerful indicators that you're an attractive older woman is how your very presence seems to illuminate the space around you. High cheekbones or a slim physique don't solely define beauty. It's also an aura, an energy, a warmth that embraces others like a comforting wrap. If you've ever seen people loosen up around you, had strangers initiate conversations out of the blue, or noticed that your entrance subtly transforms the atmosphere into something brighter, your charm runs far deeper than your skin. This innate charm and genuine charisma are signatures of a beauty that deepens and becomes more profound with time. Think about it. Some individuals leave a mark without saying a word. It's not about expensive clothes or perfect hair. It's about the emotional impact you leave behind. A woman who exudes warmth and charisma effortlessly makes others feel at ease. She invites trust, spreads joy, and never needs a spotlight to shine. Take Diane, for example, a 70-year-old retired nurse who never thought of herself as traditionally beautiful. Diane had a slightly crooked nose and well-worn laugh lines, but people always gravitated toward her. At the supermarket, the cashier didn't just check out her items. She'd ask Diane for cooking tips. At social gatherings, guests would naturally form small crowds around her, eager to hear her anecdotes or seek her thoughtful perspective. Once, a young colleague told her, "You have this kind of energy. I hope I can be half as alive as you when I'm older." Diane didn't put on a show. She arrived as her true self. Warm, approachable, and open-hearted. That warmth often reveals itself in the most unassuming ways. A real smile, one that lights up your eyes and softens your features, can instantly dissolve barriers. When paired with a kind look, a slight forward lean during a chat, or a light touch on someone's arm, these subtle expressions create lasting connections. These gestures aren't rehearsed or artificial. They come from a heart that feels whole and content. Have you ever noticed someone's face brighten just because you smiled at them? That's your quiet charisma making its presence known. Gentle, unspoken, yet impossible to ignore. This form of beauty doesn't scream for attention. It simply earns it. Another major part of this allure lies in your ability to listen truly. Charismatic individuals don't just shine through what they say. They captivate through their attention. When you actively listen, nodding thoughtfully, giving a well-timed or asking questions that show genuine interest, you create an environment where others feel truly heard. Imagine a chat in a coffee shop where your friend relaxes, speaks more softly, and says, "I always feel so good after talking with you." That's more than friendship. It's the magic you bring with your presence. People remember how you made them feel safe, appreciated, and uplifted. And they associate that glow with your beauty, often without even realizing it. If you've noticed that people linger around you longer than usual, that your conversations flow with natural ease, or even that a typically grumpy stranger smiles in your company, don't ignore that. It isn't random. That's you. That's your charisma and warmth in action. These aren't temporary qualities linked to youth. They're treasures carved out of your experiences and a well-lived life. If you're still watching and enjoying this, comment number 4 below so I know you're here. And if you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that button with the bell icon so you never miss another video. Now moving forward to the next. You often catch people stealing glances at you. One of the most telling yet usually unnoticed signs of being a good-looking older woman is when others can't help but look your way, even if only briefly. Sometimes it's a flicker of a glance. Sometimes it's a longer gaze. And it's not about appearing as you did in your 30s or trying to match a magazine image. It's something more elusive. The blend of confidence, grace, and authenticity that quietly draws attention like a gravitational pull. If you've ever had that sudden feeling of being watched, notice someone glance away quickly, or seen heads subtly turn as you walk by, it's a sign of beauty that has matured, not faded. Society often tells women they become invisible with age, but you're living proof that this belief is simply untrue. Beauty isn't attached to youth. It's shaped by how you carry yourself in everyday life. Consider Judith, a 68-year-old former Attorney who stopped stressing about gray hairs and laugh lines long ago. Yet, during everyday outings, browsing a bookstore or sipping her tea, she'd catch it. Maybe it was a young man holding her gaze slightly longer, or a woman watching her from across the room. Sometimes, a waiter would pause mid-sentence, briefly locking eyes with her. At first she thought it was a coincidence, but then a friend pointed out, "Judith, people can't stop looking at you." That's when she realized the stares weren't about the absence of wrinkles. People were reacting to her presence, her natural elegance. What makes people glance twice isn't just one thing. It's the entire package. It's how you walk with assurance, and without rush, like you've got nothing to prove. It's how your clothing, whether simple or bold, feels like an extension of your true self. It's the sparkle in your eyes that hints at wisdom, humor, and resilience. A woman who's comfortable in her skin doesn't blend into the scenery. She naturally draws eyes. You've probably noticed that the most captivating individuals don't rush. They move with intention, grace, and poise. They interact with the world on their terms, and that quiet confidence makes people stop and look. These moments can be so subtle. The barista may pause while handing you your drink, or a passerby flashes a smile for no apparent reason, or perhaps a child stares curiously. Before ducking behind their parent, they're not reacting to perfection. They're drawn to authenticity. Your quiet confidence says, "I'm here, as I am," and that's an extraordinary thing. Judith once overheard a young woman whisper, "She's got such a vibe. I hope I'm like that one day." It wasn't about her accessories or fragrance, though both were elegant. It was about her owning her age and essence. So the next time you notice someone watching you, from across the room or as you stroll past, don't dismiss it. That moment isn't imaginary. You're not fading, you're glowing. Your beauty hasn't diminished. It's refined into something unforgettable. Those small, stolen glances are quiet affirmations that you still turn heads. As we wrap up this exploration of the 7 signs, it's worth taking a moment to really understand what they're telling us. True beauty in your later years isn't about trying to relive your 20s. It's not about covering up every line or dyeing every strand of gray. It's about becoming something even more genuine, more vibrant, and more alive. It's in the way you hold yourself with poise and strength, in the confidence that quietly radiates from within, in the warmth that makes people feel safe, and in the elegance that continues to inspire others long after you've left the room. If you recognize these signs in yourself, the compliments, the energy you bring, the way people lean in when you speak, then trust that your beauty isn't fading, it's flourishing. We're constantly fed the idea that aging pulls us into the shadows, that beauty belongs only to the young. But that story doesn't apply to you. You're rewriting it every single day. You're not clinging to the past. You're stepping fully into the richness of who you are now. You don't just wear your years. You wear them like royalty. Your presence uplifts rooms. Your wisdom earns respect, and your authenticity stops people in their tracks. If you look back at all these signs, you'll see a pattern. It's not about flawlessness. It's about presence. It is about listening with genuine care, walking with calm dignity, and letting your smile tell its own story. These are your trademarks, timeless and untouched by fleeting fashion trends. Each compliment you receive, every heartfelt conversation you spark, and every quiet nod of admiration is a reflection of the beauty you've cultivated. You're not just attractive. You're captivating in a way that only a life richly lived can produce. So, as you take the next step on your path, carry this truth with you. Your beauty isn't a thing of the past. It's a living, breathing power that grows deeper and more radiant with time. You're not disappearing, you're shining, and the world is still watching, still learning from the masterpiece that is you. If these reflections spoke to you, drop a comment sharing your favorite sign. I'd love to hear how you see yourself through this lens. Your words keep this celebration of timeless beauty alive. There you have it. 7 meaningful signs that prove your allure not only still exists, but has matured into something even more powerful. From the way people admire your presence to the glances that catch you off guard, it's clear that real beauty evolves with time. It's never been about chasing a younger version of yourself. It's about stepping into the confident, elegant, and warm woman you've become. Aging doesn't push you into the background. It elevates you into your most refined, magnetic self. So now I ask, what did you take away from this? Reflect on these signs and share something you'll take with you into your everyday life. Maybe it's holding your head higher, embracing your unique style, or simply recognizing how others react to your energy. Your insights and stories are invaluable, not just to us, but to everyone in this community. If this video resonated with you, please share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support empowers us to continue creating meaningful content that honors and uplifts you. Thank you so much for being with us today. We look forward to seeing you in the next video.